The revolutionary new sequel AI2 by Paradise Decay is coming 2023. Sweet!
Hi guys, PD here, welcome to the channel, welcome to another new video. I am going to be doing VR again. I did some VR yesterday, but there's a pancake game I've been playing, really good, it's so addictive. It's called IXION, and in this video I want to show you the game itself because this game is just blown me away. I'm so addicted, I can't stop playing it. It's really rare for me to get addicted to a pancake game. Now this is a bit like Frostpunk but in space. I'm going to jump into a brand new game. I'm going to explain why it's so compelling, how it works, that sort of thing. So let's start a brand new game. This game has got an amazing art style, amazing soundtrack. I'm going to start a brand new game. These are my settings for the game. I've got the game running on 4K resolution. I've got the graphics on Ultra. And I'm going to start a brand new game. So this is the intro.
Launch control, we have typing clearance for shuttle launch. Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clean procedures, check. Guidance go.
Algorithm online.
Batista safety protocol, check.
If you're into really good sci-fi stories and sci-fi games, this is perfect.
Launch is imminent. Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad.
I love the design on the shuttle as well. That soundtrack really sticks in your mind. You can normally tell how good a game is just by the intro.
Visualize approaching near Tycoon structure.
So this is our main base, the space station. IXION.
EMB Sharon, you have been assigned to Tycoon Docking Bay.
The game's got lots of narrative as well, so you can play the game, do what you need to do, listen to the narratives. So this is the start of the game. I would highly recommend you listen to all the commentary and do the objectives in order.
EMB Sharon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. 1G decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tycoon, property of Dolus Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage, and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator, I am Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tycoon. In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been
I now have control of the camera.
consideration your complete psychological profile, so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tycoon's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Okay, so it's all about managing your resources. This is the main space station. This is Sector 1. The space station is divided into 6 sectors. Sector 2, which is over here, is still locked. That's something that you're going to unlock as you fill this area, progress. This is the external view of the actual space station lot. So we're on this space station here. Look at the graphics on this, guys. You can see the sun over there. So we're orbiting the Earth. I can zoom in, and you can also zoom right out to the solar system. There's like missions to do. I can zoom right out, look, I can scroll around. So these question marks are events that we need to, at some stage we need to attempt to do them. I'm going to start off by following the tutorial at the top here.
I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks personally. I'm Dolos' cryonics lead, Marduk council member Giovanni Battista. So, let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tycoon, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada.
And then you'll come back. Now, in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tycoon's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tycoon following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tycoon. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tycoon back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
So we're getting a really cool story now. I'm going to close the transmission. So these are all the goods available, and we need to start to store them. Now you can't do anything without a workshop. So the first thing you do, go to your construction, go to workshop, and we're going to build a workshop. Now I need to utilize this space for efficiency. I'm going to try to get the most out of this area before we open the next sector, because once you start to open the next sector, that's when the problems start with managing resources, that sort of thing. And I've only just managed to, in my full gameplay, I've managed to keep 2 sectors stable, so I can play up to a certain stage of the game, and I don't have no problem. So I do tend to have like a set layout. Hold the R key to turn the buildings round, and we're going to start here. So the yellow triangles mean that needs to be connected to a road, or you need to build a road. So there's a road here, we're going to connect this here. Now we've got no resources to start building. I'm going to connect this road here to start getting some resources. So this little robot's come out to build. He's building the road. This building allows us to use little robots for building roads and building buildings. So now I need to start to stockpile the ore here. Look, this is ore, and I'm going to try and tidy this space here first. So I'm going to build along this top wall here. So now we've built the workshop, we now need to build our first stockpile. So this is a stockpile, and I'm going to build it here facing this way, and there's no road leading to it, so I'm going to build a road, and that's going to go from here to there. Also, let me start to build roads from here so we can start to gather these resources. Now this stockpile, you need to select a resource to store. So we're going to start storing the iron ore, which is this one here. So click the box, and now if I click these buttons here, look, these are now going to start to transfer this stock into the stockpile. It's going to take all the stock from the docking bay first, because you send out ships into the world. When they come back into the docking bay can store up to 300 different items. Now each of these stockpiles can only store 100 items, so you have to manage your resources. Here, look, we're going to stockpile all this into here. So basically we're clearing away to make room
I have established a connection with
to build more
Dulce's
things.
lead data scientist
This road is now
and
abandoned,
Play.
we don't need it. So I'm going to delete this part of the road. I need as much space as possible. We're going to build a road from here to here, and from here to here. Also from here to this one here. So we've got, we can store 50 more items of ore in here. So we've got 15 there, 10 there, that sort of thing. All the while, keep an eye out for missions coming in and new quests. Some of these missions and some of these quests, you have a certain time limit to get them done.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tycoon, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos' lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation. As is often the case with tools produced by my department, I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there is a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, he believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being reported by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
As you can probably tell, there are consequences throughout the game as well. So there's lots of things you need to keep an eye on. You need to make sure that your workers, your population is happy. Look, make sure they've got enough housing and everything. So we've got a new event here. I'm not going to be able to read all the text, guys, because of my cough. Basically, we need a mess hall. We need more food. So we're going to ensure access to food. Communal dining. So we need to make a mess hall. So I'm going to build a mess hall, go to food, and I tend to put the mess hall over here. Turn it around, so there's a road. Now with the mess hall, I'm also going to build a stockpile. Once this is built, I'll get a tutorial telling me to build a second stockpile. So I'm going to build a second stockpile here, and this time it's going to be for food. Maintenance, stockpile, and we're going to turn it around. And that's going to be food. So select food. Now that's going to continually stock the mess hall with food, and you need food to keep your population happy. So if you look at the population, look, they're really happy. They're going to be fed soon. Nobody's died. I've got some homeless people which I need to take care of. But again, I'm going to wait for the tutorial to pop up so you guys can see how the tutorial works. So this is now building the mess hall. You can zoom right in and you can actually see the buildings being made up. And that's the progress bar of the building being made. So this wall here normally I use for making stockpiles for different things I need. You do need to save some room on the edge of the space station for things like docking ports, for a space probe port, that sort of thing. We can now start to fill this up with supplies here. Let's get these rolling in. And we can do the same here. Look, we now have food ready. So I'm going to transport all the food here into here. And this is now being stocked with food. And one food source will feed 10 crew members. And we currently have 85 crew members. I need 9 food in here, which I've got. So every cycle, every time this does a cycle, that's like a day. We need 9 food in here. So I need to make sure my food is stocked up. There's no more food in here. So that's something we're going to have to go out into the universe, into the solar system, and we're going to have to search for food. I can see there's some food here, look. So at some stage we'll be able to collect the food from this supply ship here, the Urshanabi. But for now, I'm just going to continue with the tutorial. And this wants me to feed 100 crew members, which is going to do over the period of a few cycles.
I'm Henri Barjaville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabi, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtangites. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtangites are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabi will provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tycoon's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tycoon, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Self-similar space will reveal the pattern.
Okay, now we have a second objective here, look. These are main objectives. You do get secondary objectives. We need to build a cargo ship. And we need to build a science ship. We're going to build a cargo ship so that we can go and grab the supplies. And we're also going to build a science ship so we can explore these locations here, look. So I'm going to go to my docking bay. In the docking platform, we're allowed to build 3 different types of ships. We tend to build like a mining ship, which I'll do later. We need the cargo ship. And I'm going to build the science vessel as well. So we've got the Gloopscap, which is my cargo ship. These are random, by the way. And we have the Phallus, which is the science ship. Now we need these resources here, polymers, to build the ships. So I'm going to have to build a stockpile for polymers, which is going to go here. And again, I'm going to extend this road here. We don't really need this part of the road now. I can delete this, make a bit more room. And I need to find all the polymers. There's some here, look, and some here. Once this has been built and this is connected, this icon will change to let me know I can transport the goods across into here. There's also a timed event here, look. You can see the timer ticking down. So I'm going to have to see what this is about. Okay, so crew members are lacking quarters. We need to build some houses. And I'm going to agree in 12 cycles, that's 12 days, to ensure all crew members have a place to stay. I've now got a new quest here, look, it's a time quest. I've got 12 cycles to build enough houses. So we've got 84 people. Each house will house 15 people. So I need to make sure I've got enough housing for 85. So I'm going to build housing for 90 people, which is 6 of these. And I'm going to put the housing on here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to build a road around here, just so that helps with the distribution of the items. And as you can see, look, these are now in the way. So these are things that we will need to start to clear up to make room. I need to set this to polymers, and we can now start to transport the polymer into here, which is then going to go into the docking bay to start to build the cargo ship and the science ship. So basically we need 40 polymers for both ships. I'm also going to transport all the polymers, and these will start to move now. Now these little transport ships, there are people on them, look, and you get 5 at a time. So the blue ones you can see are transporting the polymer from here into here. As soon as this hits 20, you'll see one of the ships, the cargo ship, starting to be built. And you can see below we have now started to provide quarters for the citizens. Look, we've built 2 houses already, so 2 are built. So here's the cargo ship being built, look. And that's what I love about this game. You can see all the detail, look. You can see it being built. You'll even see cargo being stored inside the ships. So this is the cargo ship. This is my process meter here. I would highly recommend, if you play the game, to do the tutorial. I did spend a few hours watching a few beginners videos because it's really easy to mess up. It can be quite frustrating if you don't know what you're doing. Once you know what you're doing, this game is so addictive. So we now have the cargo ship ready to depart, and we're now going to start building the science ship. So I can now go to my fleet management, and I can tell my cargo ship here to collect certain items. Now we do know that there's some food available from this ship here. Look, this is like this is a supply ship which is just in the solar system, close to the sun, and it's got some food on it. So I'm going to send out my cargo ship to collect the food. Food is a very important resource, so I'm going to set this to high priority. That means that the cargo ship is going to prioritize the food first. Now I find the best way to use cargo ships is to set all these to low priority. So right click on all of these. That way, if there's any resources available whilst you're playing the main game and your cargo ship's not doing anything, this is now going to go over here. Look, you'll see the cargo ship leave. So the cargo ship has already made its way over there and it's come back with all the resources. So the cargo ship has returned with the food, and the food is now going to go into the stockpile here. Look, I can now get rid of these roads here. I don't need them anymore. Make some room, and our science ship is now available. So here's my science ship. My science ship is based at the space station here. We can select it at any time from the bottom here. Look, I can select this, and we need to go to the moon. Look, resolve the moon event, so we're going to send it over here, and you'll see it moving from Earth to moon. Now later on in the game we actually get to see these ships leave the space station, which is really cool.
A science ship has arrived at its
So the science ship has arrived at the moon. So we're now going to explore the moon. There's an event here. So we found an abandoned base, and we've got two options. We can either exploit the security, which is going to take one cycle, and we can dismantle the base. So if you ever play Frostpunk, you get choices in the game of what to do. Some choices are the right decisions, some choices are not. So it's all down to your personal preference, how you want to play the game. I'm going to exploit the security first. So that's going to take one cycle, one of these cycles, to complete the mission. Whilst that's doing the moon event, we're going to go back into the space station. We're transporting all this into here. Look, try not to make too many stockpiles. It's really easy to make like 3 of these stockpiles for ore, just so that we collect all of this, but it uses power, and there's like a power bar here. Look, if you use too much power, you get like a power drain. You lose all power to your space station, and you have to start to switch things off. So far everything's going really well.
Completed a task.
Our science ship's completed a mission on the moon, so we're going to resolve it. Okay, so we've found 10 units of research. Now you need research to be able to research new items, new buildings. So we've unlocked 10 research. I'm going to extract it. Now to extract research, you have to leave the science vessel here. So whilst we're extracting the research, I'm going to click on the second mission here, and in 2 cycles we're going to dismantle the moon base. If I go back to the solar system map here, look, this is the science that's going to be collected. Once we've completed the second event, the science ship is then going to collect all the science. So you need to make sure that the science ship is around to collect all the research before you move on. Okay, so we've now got full stock again. I'm just going to connect this road. So we've got full access to the housing now. Our population should be happy. We've got 90 houses and we've got 85 civilians. We do have enough room now for 5 more people. And like I said, this game's all about managing your resources, making sure you never run out, that sort of thing. So we've only got one major objective at the moment, which is the resolve the moon, which we're doing. And it's about to resolve. This is going to count down. Once it gets to 0, then the base will be dismantled. And hopefully it's going to give us some resources that we can send the cargo ship out, grab those resources, bring them back, and then we can start moving on to explore. We've got like Mars to explore, look. And we've also got Saturn to explore. Now on the subject of power, at some stage we will need to go to the external view of the space station, and we'll need to start to build solar panels to give us more accessibility to power. That will increase the power ratio of the space station. But for now, okay, we've collected all the science, we've resolved the moon mission, we've got 30 iron ore, and we've got 90 research points, which is amazing. We're going to end the event, and we're just going to wait for the science ship here, look, to collect all the science. And you'll see it being collected up the top here. So this goes down, this goes up. If I move the ship away to say like Mars, it's going to stop collecting the science, which is not good, so we need to send it back. And we need to make sure we collect all the resources before we move on. If I find resources on the moon, on Venus, on Mars, on Jupiter, I can go into my fleet management, and the cargo ship, I can leave this alone. It will go to all those locations, and it's going to pick up everything. And I can prioritize what I need the most. If I'm low on like polymers, I'll set that to maximum. If I'm low on ore, I'll set that to maximum. You've also got medium priority, so let's say I want ore, which is my highest priority, and then I want polymers, which is my medium priority. The cargo ship's going to pick up the iron ore first, then it's going to go for the polymers, and then these other ones it will do next. And you can customize that throughout the game. Okay, let me head back. So now we need to build a tech lab, which is going to allow us to use the science points up here to build research, better buildings, that sort of thing. So now we can start to build a factory, the tech lab. I tend to put it around here. This stuff's in the way at the moment. Ideally I would have got rid of this and built the tech lab around here. It's quite a big building, look. So for now we're going to rotate it and put it here. And this area here we can use for building more houses. At some stage I'm going to have to build a medical facility. We're going to have to build cryo units. There are frozen bodies in space that we're going to have to find. We're going to have to bring back frozen bodies. We're going to have to store them, and then we're going to have to revive them. Now when you revive bodies from cryo, it's going to increase your population here. So you're going to have to make sure you've got enough housing, and it's all about balancing. Now I tend to do certain missions. If I know there's a major mission coming up, I will go and save the game. You can save the game at any time. So the ore is now being transported from our stockpile, and we built the tech lab. This will need stocking up again. I'm going to start to clear the space here. So let's get rid of these. These are now going to go into the stock. This is slowly being built. We now have all the science data. So I'm going to send my my science vessel to Saturn. It's a bit quicker than going all the way to Mars. And there will be like some missions popping up telling me to go to Saturn and Mars. So I'm just going to send my science ship over to Saturn for now. It's going to make its way over there. And as you can see, guys, like I said, it's got lots of different layers. It's all very interesting. I've been playing this game for about 8 hours now. I've restarted the game about 6 times. I'm slowly perfecting the way I build the space station. It's very easy to try and jump ahead, to try and plan ahead, but I have found problems by jumping ahead. I run out of resources.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Dolus's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
So I found it's best to play the game initially, go through the tutorial. It's a really in-depth tutorial. It's got a really great story to it. The tech lab is now built. This is our technology tree. These are the items that we can start to research. At the moment, I'm not going to research anything. I'm going to wait for my objectives to appear. And as you can see, look, all these rings here, you need to upgrade and progress to unlock the different tiers.
Test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague Philip Stanford couldn't be here.
We have an incoming message here,
I will
look.
take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the.
I would highly recommend you listen to these very carefully.
Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration.
So now they're getting ready for you to start to do the engine test. So we're orbiting Earth, and we need to test the engines.
I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you are equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
The game's all about saving humanity, building a successful space station, going to another universe, and finding another planet to call home. Every time we build a building, we're using power. So now we need to start to access the space station itself on the external. We can't just start work on the external of the space station without building the airlock. So now we need to research the EVA airlock, which is going to allow us to come outside and start work on the external part of the space station. That's going to allow us to build engines and solar panels to help with the power. Now we're going back into the research, and we need to research the airlock. So there's the airlock. We're going to build the airlock, which is going to take 30 science points, which are what we've been finding throughout the solar system. Click on research, and that's now in progress. So this is going to slowly research. Whilst that is researching, our science vessel has reached Saturn. If you complete the objectives as they appear, eventually you get to do these events anyway. I am jumping ahead of the game here, but I'm just going to see what's available event wise. So we found a signature trace around the dark side of Saturn. An EKP system has been detected around Saturn. So we've got the choice of either sending a team in to investigate or attempt to locate debris. I'm going to investigate first. Our research is coming along really nicely. Now if I want to set up another research ready, so when this is finished you click on this and then you click on the research next icon. I'm not going to do that for now. I'm going to stick with the tutorial. So everything's looking really nice. Let me check my fleet management. There's nothing in the area to be collected. There's no more resources. We still have Mars to investigate. We do have a warning pop up here. You need to pay attention to these information icons here. Look, we need to start building a hospital. So we're going to go to population, and we're going to build the infirmary, which I'm going to build around here. Hopefully it should fit in here nicely. There we go. So the infirmary is going to anybody who's sick or ill. This will house up to 15 patients, and again we can see the ore being taken from the stock into here, and it's going to take 40 ore to build. That's going to free up some room in here, which I can start to. So let me build a road from this one to here. As you can see, look, there's no path for the stock here to go into the stockpile. So we're going to build a road quickly from here to here. And that's going to allow me to stop both these piles here as well. Okay, we're going to start to transfer this pile of ore into here. I do believe research has finished on the airlock. Yep, we can now build an airlock. And like I said, this is where it gets a bit tricky. You need room on the side of the space station to build like the probe station and the airlock. So now we can start to build the airlock, which is here. Look. So this is going to take up 90 ore and 12 power. We only have 9 power available. Once this is built, we're going to have a power cut. I'm going to have to shut down some buildings to get more power to allow this to work, to be able to go outside and build a solar panel. Okay, so this is a really big building. I'm going to put it, let me spin it round here. Now if you notice to the right here, this doorway here, look, if I get the road, these are access points to the next sector. So make sure you don't block these areas here. You need to build roads here to allow you to travel through to the next sector. So if I go to my external view, look, this is like sector 1, sector 2, sector 3, sector 4, sector 5, sector 6. So basically you can see the sectors, look. So when I zoom in, you get to see the sector I'm in. So we need to build the research station, the airlock, sorry. I'm going to leave one gap for a road. So that's the road there. That's going to allow us to go into the next sector. We're going to build this road across here, and we need the ore from here to start building here as well. This is going to use up quite a lot of resources. So there's our little robot coming from the workshop. You only get one robot per sector. So when I do unlock sector 2, I do need to build the workshop first, so that I've got at least a robot that's going to allow me to start to build in the next sector. But like I said, it's all really complicated but so much fun. So now this road is being built, we now have access to the iron stockpile here. This is going to use up 90 of these, so we can start to probably get rid of all this around here now, look. And we're going to have a bit more room around here for housing. I think I can even get rid of this here now as well. Okay, let me check the science vessel. It's done the research. We found some more science which I'm going to extract, and we don't get the option for the second mission. So had I gone and done the second mission, I might have found different resources. There might be a mission coming later on that will send us back to Saturn. For now, we're going to send the science vessel back to our space station, ready for, I know when once we've unlocked this, we do get the option to explore Mars. So for now, I'm going to send my science ship back to our space station, and we're going to check on all the progress. That's almost built, and it's really cool seeing the buildings being built. This game's got so much detail. You can zoom right in there, look. These are little drone robots, and you'll see like the little spaceman. There's a worker, look. There's a guy working on it. Once this is fully working, you'll see spacemen jump into the little robot drones, and then they fly it into space, and that's going to allow us to start work on the external of the space station, because we need to start to think about building an engine to start the main mission, and also build some more solar panels. Take your time with the game, don't rush, and you can also speed up the game. Look, you've got options here to speed up the game. I've been playing on normal mode. I've just been taking it all in, trying to work out what to do, what not to do. There's lots of calculations you need to do, but it's so rewarding once you do something right.
Due to insufficient levels of electricity generation, Sector 1's power demand has over.
We have a power cut. So as I said, this is taking too much power, and it's resulting in a blackout. So I need some more power for this to work. So I'm going to shut down the tech lab for now, which is going to give us 12 more power. I'm going to turn the building off.
Power restored.
That's now giving us some more power for this to work. So now we can access outside, and we need more power, so I'm going to have to build. If I go to the space station's construction menu, we can now build a solar panel in solar panel set 1. You've got set 1, you've got set 2. These are the basic solar panels. You can build right up to solar panel 8, but you need to unlock certain things for that to work. And also, these are the engines. This is the main engine which got us here in the first place. This is the main engine that got us from the planet into space. At some stage we will need to build the Vol engine, but for now we're going to make sure we've got enough power to have the tech lab working. So I'm going to build one of these. It's going to take up 40 power, and it's going to use 10 polymer. Like I said about this game, it's all about swings and roundabouts. Some decisions are going to be good for the game, some decisions are going to be bad. Now when you start to jump to other locations in the solar system, you get hull damage. Whilst you're building things on the outside of the space station, like solar panels and engines, you can't repair the hull. So you need to take in consideration, if you do a jump, your hull is going to be damaged, and you can auto repair the hull. But once you start to build things on the outside, it disables the auto repair. And don't forget, if your space station gets to half damage, 50% damaged, your population is not very happy and they could strike. Also, if your space station reaches 0 damage, it's game over. So you have to take all these into consideration. I'm going to click on yes, because we need power. So all the polymer has been transferred from the stockpile into the airlock, and if I go outside, we should be able to see one of the solar panels being built. So if I zoom around, you can see the airlock, look, the solar panel being built. We should see on the screen, there we go, look. This is the solar panel being built, look, can you see? and I just think that's so cool to watch. If I zoom in too close, I'll zoom right into the space station, but there we can see a solar panel being built and constructed. That's what I love about this game. The small detail is amazing. It's so immersive. And as you can see here, look, we did have a mission to build one of these, so it's almost built. And you should see the power here jump. There we go. We now have 100 power. So now I can go back and reactivate our tech lab so that we can start to research again. So power on, and you see that it's used a bit more power. So now we're out of danger again, and the game is telling me that we now need to build the main engine. That's going to allow us to jump to another solar system, another galaxy, and start the main game. I'm going to do a bit of tidying up first. This stockpile is all gone. We can now start to delete some of these access roads. That's giving me a bit more room here for like more housing. I need to build a cryo station for some stage to grab all the frozen bodies in space. So far we're looking really, really nice. I can start to transfer this here. I've got room for 6, so that's going to take 6 of those. We're going to go outside and we're going to start the process of building the main engine. So if I go to engines and external systems, we need to build this. It's going to take 100 ore, which we've got plenty of. My hull's at 100% capacity, so there's no damage yet. We've not travelled anywhere. Go back inside and we've got all the ore going from here, and that's going to free up enough room for me to get rid of this one here and this one here as well, and that's going to give us room around here. Now this area here is going to be ideal for when we start to build a probe station. The probe station is going to allow us to send probes out into space to look for resources that we'll need later in the game, because this ore is slowly going down. So at some stage we'll need to go out into space, into the solar system. We'll need to send out probes to the asteroid belts, to the planets, to find resources. There's different resources we'll need throughout the game. We need carbon, we need ice, we need helium, we need iron ore, and also the probe is really good for, you might have a mission up here to find a space station that's gone missing, so the space probe will come in handy for searching the area for the missing space station, that sort of thing. This is going to be a long video, guys, because I love this game and I just want to show you how good this game is. We're about to empty our main stockpile. This is going to be restocked from these 2 sites here. The engine is now being built. You can see the engine being built here, which is really, really cool. So there we saw the main engine being built. It's now being built. We have an incoming message.
For your continued successful management of the Tycoon, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centauri. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
We're about to depart the solar system. We've got some more crew members coming in from the supply ship over here. We need to collect them. So I need to make sure my fleet, I've got collect people on here, look. So we need to make sure we collect the food and the people. Let me turn this down. Turn that down. Now, before we leave the solar system, I want to go and check out Mars up here. So we're going to send the science vessel up here before we depart. Just make sure there's no resources we need. There's no real time limit for departure, so you've got a bit of time to get your house in order. Okay, so this area is going to be free now. I can start to streamline this area a little bit. Let me build a road from here to here for now, and then we can start to get a bit of room here. So this road is going to be built. Here comes the little robot, and there's a little guy inside there. Look. Okay, my cargo ship is now going out. It's going to go over here. You can see it here, look, and it's going to pick up all the items and the. We need to make sure we've got enough houses as well now. We're going to be a bit overpopulated. If I go to my population management here, look, we've only got 90 houses. We've got some more people joining us from the supply ship, so I need to start work on building some more houses. I'm going to build one here, and then we're going to utilize this area here. So we need another 6, don't we? And we're going to connect this with a road.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
We have an incoming transmission though.
Administrator, the different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were successfully completed. You must now start the full body.
I do like how you can hear the voice inside the space station. If I go outside, you get a different voice. The sound design in this game is superb.
Once you reach Proxima Centauri. Before you do so, Vanir Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
So they want us to test the jump drive that we built. I'm not going to do that just yet. I've got plenty of time.
Hello, Administrator.
This guy wants to talk to us.
You have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue. It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves
No
in.
road.
This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it,
Dismantle this building here.
values of the past.
I need to build a road to this one.
As we prepare to
They
leave
can't
this
access
system
the
for
ore.
first time, perhaps we must decide which.
So I'm going to
fragments
dismantle
we will
this one
pick
for
up
now,
and
put a
take
road
forward
across
with
there.
us. Through
Then I can rebuild
Dolos,
this one.
I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tycoon is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this?
So this ore is now going to go
Having
back into
foreseen
the
our
stockpile
fate,
for now.
I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind.
This guy's on a
this
bit of a power
magnificent
trip.
ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief.
Doing his
But at
speech.
least I can rest assured, knowing that my legacy will endure for eons. Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light, and the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
So our main quest is to leave the solar system, but I've got things to do first. I need to explore Mars, which we're going to do now. Okay, Mars scan report. So there's a facility on Mars. We've got three options here. We can either refuse to help the facility, we can repair the facility for ore, or we can repair the facility for ore and polymers. Now polymers are in short supply, so I'm going to go for the second one. Now this time we need to send out some ore to help them. So this is my cargo ship. We're going to select my cargo ship. We're going to click on OK. Go back to the docking bay, and you should see the polymers and the ore going to the docking bay. The cargo ship's going to pick it up, and then it's going to transport the cargo over here to help repair. I'm going to leave the science vessel there for now, in case there's any science we need to pick up once we're complete to the task. You can see the cargo being added to the ship, which is really cool. Now I should be able to see it leaving the dock. If I go to my external view, sometimes you can see the ships leaving the station. We might have missed it. Yep, it's already on its way, look. So the cargo ship is heading over to Mars. We're going to repair the facility in exchange for these items, which will be brought back by the cargo ship. And if I select this icon here, look, it does tell me that ship is on the way. It's transporting iron and polymers. There was another quest in here as well. I missed it again. There's another quest here I missed. Okay, this needs a road. Do a little road there. Okay, so how are we doing for housing? We need a few more houses. That's going to be out of place there though. My OCD is going to be kicking in. Never mind. Yeah, it's sticking out a little bit, but never mind. So that should be enough housing now. We need to restock these. So as you can see, our stocks are slowly going down, and this is when you start to need to think about going into space to start to explore. Also, once you unlock the next sector, Sector 2,
has completed a task.
there will be a lot more supplies in there. Okay, our trust with the population is high. Everybody should be happy. We're just waiting on some more houses to be built. These two. That's going to give us another 30. 60, 70, 80, 95. So we should have enough then. The start migration button is for once you have 2 sectors unlocked or 3 sectors unlocked, you can manage people between sectors, and that's when the game gets really complicated. I've only just managed to stabilize myself in the game with 2 sectors, and that was hard. So I can only imagine how complicated the game's going to be once you have to start managing 6 sectors. Now each sector does get like a bonus as well. So if I was to like concentrate on like food and housing in the sector 1, then I get a bonus for food and housing. And then if like in sector 2 I decide to dedicate sector 2 to building resources, buildings like steel works, polymer works, construction buildings, then you should get like a bonus for building materials, that sort of thing. Again, that's something I'm not really looked into. I know some buildings like the research building, look, is giving out nuclear waste. I tried to build a stockpile to gather the waste, but I got a message to say that I did not have the license. There is an element to the game where you have to create a council to make a law that allows you to store nuclear waste. So there's a problem here, look. There's not enough food for the mess hall and people are going to starve, and that's going to be a problem. Now I do know there was a quest previously in my last save to build or research farms to create more food. So I'm going to go to research and I'm going to start researching some food. So we're going to research the insect farm. Again, I might be stepping out of my boundaries because the game wants me to move the space station to the moon's orbit. I don't feel like doing that yet. I want to do everything I can possibly before we do the main mission. The science ship is now ready at Mars. We've got some more science we can extract, and there's no more quests here at the moment. These areas could open up again once we move. We need to move. The main quest is to move the space station to the moon, ready for the main jump, which I'm going to do once the okay, this can now come back. We can now send the science vessel back to our space station. I do believe that we can't move the main space station until all the supply ships, cargo ships are back in dock anyway. Okay, so we're researching the insect farm. That's going to allow me to build some more food, because if I don't, our population is going to starve and they're not going to be very happy. There's nothing else really we can do, so we're going to do the main mission again, and we're going to move our space station to the moon. It's going to use up all our power. Sectors will be powered by batteries during this time. I've not built any batteries yet, so we might get a power cut when we move. Let's go, let's do it. And again, look at these animations, guys. So cool. If I go to the external view, you can now see us moving from Earth, heading towards the moon. This game is so good. Flat earthers, eat your heart out. The Earth is round. The moon is round. Okay, so we're coming into orbit, and the space station is getting ready for its initial jump, so it's turning this way. Once it's finished turning, you'll see it slowly spin again to give you the gravity. We've unlocked the insect farm. So everything's progressing nicely. Insect farm is now ready to be built. Our main quest wants us to leave the solar system. We need to test the jump drive. Before we do that, I need to take care of the food situation. Look, our population is going to starve. So I'm going to build some food, some insect farms. Now I know I need 5. The tutorial just tells you to build 3. I'm going to build 5 because I know 5 is enough. So we're going to build 5 here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put 1 here as well. Okay, connect these with the road. That needs connecting. We have some room here for more housing, or I might be able to get the cryo center in here for when we start to get the frozen bodies. So for now we're just going to build these farms, and then we can start to do the initial jump. So this is going to use resources. We're going to have to fill this up again. Let me make some room here. And our resources are nearly all gone. This is going to help supply food into the stockpile, which is then going to put food into the mess hall to keep our villagers alive. And as you can see, look, there's no food stockpile connected because this is empty. So we do need to make sure we keep an eye out of these initial information pop-up boxes at the bottom here. Do a bit of maintenance. We're going to build a road here, along here. So now we can start to make some room in here. And we just have this little stockpile left. So as you can see, I'm slowly making room for building. I'm managing the building, I'm managing the food supplies. We have enough food now. The population's happy. We have enough housing, we have enough food coming in. All my stockpiles have been replenished. There's no more polymer to be found. There's no more missions to do in the solar system. So now we can go back to the main mission, which is the initial jump. So we are now going to jump, start the main game. We're going to hit this button here, sit back and watch a really cool cutscene. And again, this is going to use all the power up from the space station. I don't have any batteries yet. There is a tutorial to build batteries. I don't know if I missed the tutorial or the tutorial might be coming up. Like I said, if you jump ahead too quickly, you will miss some events and you will miss some tutorials. So I tend to find this game's best played. Just take your time, enjoy it.
All ships must return to the Tycoon before Volt Jump initiation.
Okay, we're going to see the engine start to power up in a minute.
Full engine ready.
All the ships are back on board. We're going to commence the jump. Here we go. Like I said, these cutscenes are epic. I love this soundtrack. It's so epic. So don't forget, this is our test flight with the new engines. And that's a successful jump. We have a webcam of the whole event from Earth.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world.
Just gonna get a drink.
But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children. to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the full engine.
I just love the presentation of the game. It's so well done. Here we go. That's not good. Something's gone wrong.
Full jump complete. Running preliminary diagnostics. Several anomalies detected. Multiple digital security breaches found within full jump routines. Full engine critically damaged. Hull integrity compromised.
Is that Earth?
Analysis confirms discrepancies between the mission clock and the apparent advanced state of the solar system. We are receiving no communication signals from Earth. Likelihood of ongoing survival stands at approximately 7.67%. Activating Marduk survival protocols. New mission objective established. Ensure humanity's survival by finding a habitable exoplanet. Urgent issues.
So we've not even left the solar system.
Attention. Increase food production output. Restore hull integrity.
Okay, so we need to restore everything now. Like I said, guys, this game's got so many twists. It's amazing. Okay, we've got plenty of quests here to do. We need to repair the... this has been damaged, look. We've lost some hull integrity. So the ship's hull is damaged. We need to repair this. And it's slowly going down. We need to turn on the auto repair. So if I turn on auto repair here, it's going to use 2 iron ore to repair it. This should slowly start to go up again. Now I need to make sure that 2 ore is kept going into the docking bay here. And if we zoom right in, you'll see the guys in here repairing the hull. They should jump into the these little robots here. You can see the little ships coming in, look. Now these need to be manned. There we go, there's a little astronaut. And these are going to jump into the little ships. And then when we go outside, you'll be able to see them repairing the hull, which is pretty cool. There we go, he's off. So go back outside, and you can see, these little swirls here, look, little dots. These are the astronauts repairing the actual ship. So this should start to be going up now. And there is an objective and a mission later on to keep this repaired. So again, I'm stepping over the boundaries. I know what I'm doing. I should really stick with the with the tutorial and the objectives. I like to keep this topped up, and I normally build a stockpile here. Have I got room for 1, 2? And I'm going to set that to all, so that it doesn't have so long to travel from there to there. Because if this goes to 0, we're dead. That's it, game over. So I do like to keep a constant supply of ore coming from here into here. And the shorter route, the quicker these little transporters can transport the items. Finally, we're going to be getting rid of the last part of the stock in here. We've got 2 time quests here we need to take care of. Okay, you may have noticed that the moon has broken apart. So we've got 3 options here. We can either blame some enemies. There's some dialogue above it, look. We can tell the crew, tell the population it was our fault. Or we could say it was fate. I'm going to go for the bottom option, because if I go back
The crew's trust in your leadership
to
is
the
falling.
external view, look, there's no way the moon, there's no way that the Earth died so quickly in one jump. So the moon exploding and the Earth dying, I do think has got something to do with mankind's fate. Okay, we have another quest here. Our crew and population are scared about the outcome from Earth. Productivity is down by 22%, so we need to send out an expedition to Earth. We're going to agree to that. We're going to go to the we're going to the solar system view, and we're going to send our science ship to Earth and check it out. So as you can see, after the jump, we've got the supply ship is available still, but that's been broken up, and we need the science ship to scan it and everything and do the quest.
Destination.
Our science ship has now arrived at Earth. We're going to see what quests are available. No signals from Earth. We've got 3 options here. I'm going to look for survivors first. That's going to take 3 cycles, so whilst that's doing what it's doing, we're going to go in and we're going to try and take care of some of these quests here. Look, we need to research a probe launcher. We need the probe launcher now to go out and search for minerals like iron, because I'm going to be running out of stock. So our most important job here is to get the probe launcher working. Research probe launcher. Everybody's happy. We've got enough housing still. Nobody's died from the jump. Our hull is slowly going up. Do a bit of maintenance. We can now get rid of this road. We've got a lot more room in here as well. My power though is going to be spiking soon, so I need to go and research some more power. So we've done solar panel set 1 there. I'm now going to do the other side, and again we're just going to build 1 solar panel. Whilst this is being constructed, the hull is not being repaired. If this gets down to 400, 500%, then our population is not going to be happy. Also, I need to make sure that this is on going out, collecting everything we need if we find anything. Okay, let me check our science vessel. So the probe launcher is 61% researched. We are slowly feeding our crew through the mess hall. So we now have enough food going through from here into here. So let me check out the Earth mission is almost over. I'm going to be running out of ore very soon. Probe launcher, almost researched. I have no more quests available. Everybody's happy.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, so now we can build the probe launcher. That's going to take up iron. Okay, it's getting a bit dicey now. 90 iron. This needs to go on the outside as well. So I'm going to put it here, one, and allow space for a road there as well. Into the next sector lot. That's going to allow. Let's build across here. Okay, I'm a bit worried now because I need to build a steel mill in order to make iron. I don't think I'm going to have enough iron. So that could be the end of the video, guys. I'm going to show you the probe working. I'm going to show you how we find supplies. Basically, I've showed you everything in the game. You've seen how the game works. It's all about managing your people, managing your resources, knowing when to go out, knowing when to build things, knowing when to explore. The game is so good. Hopefully, yes, nice. So, completing the Earth mission is giving us enough ore that's going to allow me to build a steel mill. So I'm quite happy about that. Okay, we've now got two more options. So, are we going to investigate my quarters or their headquarters? Well, I'm assuming their headquarters is going to be really well designed and built for tragedy. So, and it's only one cycle. I'm going to do this one next. Okay, so my ship should now be going out. My cargo ship, look, should now be going to grab all this. I'm going to prioritize the ore. My main priority is the ore, and then this is going to be second, the polymers, because we need polymers and ore in order to build things and research. So the probe launcher is being built. Again, I don't know if we can see this being built from the outside. I think you can see the probe launcher somewhere. Once we've got all the materials in here, look, we need 90. These are soon going to be exhausted. This is what I was saying earlier. You need to maintain the hull integrity of your space station, so you need a constant supply of iron ore. This iron ore is slowly going down to build the probe launcher. We'll need more ore to build the probe. We'll need more ore to build the steel mill. So it's all about balancing materials. If need be, I'm going to have to like deactivate one of these by hitting this button here, and then I should be able to use the ore from the building that we dismantled. The ore then goes back into the stockpile, but I think for now we should be safe. Now this is using 2 ore every cycle, so if I want to prevent this from repairing, I can actually disable the auto repair. Our second mission on Earth has been completed. We've got some more research and more iron, which is good. We have one more last quest to do. I'm going to investigate my personal location. Okay, is the probe launcher ready? Probe launcher is ready. We now need to construct a probe. That's going to take 3 polymer. I find it's really easy as well to probably put this onto auto build. That way, once you send a probe out, it's going to build the next probe ready, and it only uses 3 polymer. So at the moment I'm not too bothered about using too much polymer, and we do have more polymer coming in, look, from Earth. The probe is almost built, and we're going to find iron ore. We need iron ore to be able to smelt iron. So we need to find an asteroid with iron deposits. So this is how the probe works, guys. It's really, really cool. It looks difficult, but it's not too difficult. If I go to the solar system view, we're going to select the probe down here. We get like a little drop box here. This is the scanner. These are the actual codes for the elements. We've got iron, Fe, C for carbon, Si for silicon, H for hydrogen, ice. Points of interest, that's where the science can be found, and also bodies in cryo. So these are like abandoned space stations, planets, that sort of thing. This one is for objectives, so we might get an objective up here to find an abandoned space station. So this is that area here. So basically we're going to launch a probe, we're going to search the solar system, and we're looking for signals for iron. Our main signal needs to be this one here. So click on launch. This then gives us a little icon here which we can now scan, and if you look here, look, the greener the area, the more chance of finding material there. So we need to be around here, look, for iron. So around here is a good spot for iron. There's also ice, and there's also some points of interest. So this could be an asteroid, a space station, or planet. So we're going to send the probe over here, look. Resource estimates are high. So now we have a probe going from our space station, and it's making its way over here. We've also completed the last quest on Earth. Again, we've got more science, we've got some more iron ore, and we've got some new items here, electronics. So I need to think about a storing facility for electronics, which is the new resources we've found. So I'm going to build a stockpile, and this is going to be for electronics, which is the brand new resource we just discovered. We have a new event quest here. We've almost fed 1,000 crew members, so I do know that our production is working here. The Great Thor. Okay, so this is telling us that we need to find people in cryo. So we need to find frozen bodies in space, we need to bring them back, we need to store them, and then we need to revive them. I'm going to accept the quest. And this is quite a long quest, guys. This is one of those quests that can take a while. In my last gameplay, I think I saved 200 people from cryo. So again, we need to start thinking about building a stockpile for cryo people. I'm going to put this here. Again, keep an eye out for power. Every time we build a new building, we're using power. If this gets too high, we do need to go into the external view, and we will need to build the second solar panel. But for now, power looks okay. So in here, we're going to start collecting the frozen people. Everything's looking well. At this point in the game, I would save the game. We have a new quest here. Okay, so this is one of the sections of the game where you have no control over the outcome of the game, we're going to have stability penalty -1, and it can't be avoided. No matter what we do, this cannot be avoided. We can build items in the game to increase stability, and I'm going to show that now. So if I go into the research, go into the tech tree, we have some buildings here. Look, we've got like the alternate life center that will provide 1 stability in the sector. The memorials will also provide 1 stability. So as you can see in here, look, we've got -1 from the depth of the earth, which is a DES syndrome. We can offshoot that, like I said, by researching these buildings here, but I'm not going to bother with that at the moment. It's not an issue. People are still happy. If people start to become unhappy, I'm going to have to start to manage the stability. Again, that's something you're going to have to think about long term. Okay, so it looks like we found some iron ore. Here, look, we found some iron ore when we sent out the probe over here. We found iron ore here. 519 iron ore to mine. There's also some ice over here. Now, miners do not bring back the ore, so you have to send out miners to mine the ore, and then you have to send out the cargo ship. So now we're going to have to build a mining ship. All the time the cargo ship is going out into space, look, and it's picking up all the items from Earth. At the moment the cargo ship is automated. Okay, so we've got items coming in. I need to go in here. I need to build a mining ship. So we're going to assign a mining ship. That's going to take 20 polymer. Once the ship has been built, we go to fleet management, and I'm going to set the priority in here again. So as you can see, at the moment we've got ore to mine and ice from these 2 sources here, over here. So we're just waiting on the cargo ship. Again, I can zoom right in, look. We can see it being built, look. This is the cargo ship. You can see the pincers. The mining ship is now available. We're going to tell it to go and mine the iron ore, and also this as well. We're going to set these to minimum priority. That's now on low priority as well. So now if we discover more ore in the asteroid belts, this will go and mine them. So this is on its way over here, look. And now our cargo ship, we need to make sure it collects iron ore as well. So there's no more resources to collect in the solar system apart from iron ore. So I'm going to put all these priorities back down to low. Our science vessel is now free, and we're going to explore over here. This is a quest that will come up anyway. So we're going to send the science vessel over here now. Okay, our miner has reached and is starting to mine the resources. Our cargo ship is en route to pick up the iron ore. It will then bring it back to the space station. So now we need to start thinking about... There we go, look, we've fed 1,000 crew members. Another quest complete. We still need to find some cryopods, so I'm waiting for a mission that's going to allow us to start to research the steel mill. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I do know that we will get a mission to research the steel mill. That's most important. It's going to allow us to mine minerals into ore that we need to build things. So I'm going to start the process here. 45 science, we've got 167, we've got enough. I can leave that working in the background as we start to investigate this here. Okay, so this is the original cargo ship, and it's been destroyed, look. So we're going to gather remaining resources. That's going to take one cycle. Head back to our main ship, and we will need to search for some cryopods. So if I go to the solar map, we have a probe here, and we need to be looking for these here, look. We need these pod things here. So launch probe, and we're looking for this to highlight over here somewhere. That was a big hit, there we go. There's also some iron over here. So we're going to send the probe over here. Hopefully we're going to find some survivors in pods. Our mining vessel is mining away. Our cargo ship is picking up the ore that we need. I do need to collect that as well. So I've got nowhere to collect the iron ore. So I'm going to go to my stockpile. Let me turn it around so the road's facing this way. Not quite enough room. I messed up a little bit there. We're going to put it here. This is going to be the raw ore coming in. So we have the cryo stockpile ready. How are we doing? Research the steel mill, which we're doing anyway, so that was a good choice. This quest here at the bottom is going to take quite a while to complete. Resolve the event, the ghost of the, which we're doing at the moment. So this is the main quest here, look, which we're doing. We already started this. We've got some food. Yes, let's grab all the food. Food is very important, so we're going to select the cargo ship, and we're going to make sure we select food again as a high priority. Like I said, guys, I find if you tick these even on low, they will still go and grab the resources if they are available to grab. Also, we've got a new quest here, look, not far from where we were. There's no science to pick up here, so we're going to send the science vessel to Venus. We now have a quest at Venus. I can, if I want to, send out another probe, but I'm going to take my time. So let's hear what's happening at Venus. Probe data has revealed a mining and industrial infrastructure. So we can either leave it alone, we can dismantle it and use the resources. I'm going to restart the assembly line because at some stage they might start to give us resources. So we need to send the cargo ship with the ore needed. Okay, our ship is back at the station, I do believe. Yeah, sometimes these ships do come in to be repaired. They do get damaged. I had my science ship go to a space station and 2 crew members died. So I had to bring the science ship back here. I had to replenish the crew. This game is really, once you know the basics of the game, it's quite relaxing. It might look difficult, but once you know the basics, the twist and everything, it's just so good. Our cargo ship is going to make its way to Venus to drop off the supplies. Hopefully it is then going to pick up the food, because I set the priority lock for food. Let me turn this down one. I'm going to make food the highest priority after it's done its initial mission. So this is going to deliver the ore to repair the assembly line, and then it's going to go to over here to pick up all the food. But we can now build the steel mill, so we need to build the steel mill. This is a very important building. Without this building you will die. I found that out really quickly during my gameplay, so I'm going to connect it to... Do I connect it? Let me turn around this way. And we're going to connect all this road up here, look. So the steel mill needs 2 electronic parts, and again this is something that's very rare, look. And there is an option in the tree, in the tech tree, to actually build electronics factory. But these are items I'm going to wait for the tutorial. Once this is built, you will see iron ore going from here into here and being produced into iron, which we need for building. I could have managed this a bit better. Look, there's room there. I could have tried to move this all the way over there, which would have blocked this entrance, but it would have given me 2 more slots here for 2 more of these stockpiles. Before I end the video, I'm going to try to find at least 1 cryopod. There we go, look. So that is the steel mill now created. We now have all the iron ore coming in, and it's going to be produced into iron here. We have an incoming transmission.
Administrator, we are picking up a Dolos emergency frequency broadcasting from the facility Outer Hope. Dolos protocol dictates that in the event of a major systems
How
failure,
cool is that?
administrators must contact the nearest Dolo site immediately.
And you should be able to see iron
Is likely to
being
have
created
both
in
the
here.
materials and expertise required to repair the damage that the Vol engine has sustained.
And you can see the process there, look. So our iron stocks are being replenished, which is good. I might not even need this anymore. I think I can delete this now. I've got iron ore coming in from here, so we're going to delete that building. Now this one we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I need to find the Outer Hope station, which has gone missing. So time for a probe. The probe, like I said, we need to find, these are places of interest, and this is an objective, so we need to try and find the station with a probe. So I might be able to do these 2 at the same time. I've got a feeling there might be people around the station, so if we find some people, we might find the lost hope. So there, look, see how that's like spiking? Let me try and find the sweet spot. There we go. So that is actually one of the quests, and also there's science material and cryopod, so let's go there.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
We have some more quests in here. What's happened there?
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
A crew member has died. That's not good. What's happened here? An accident at the insect farm. I'm going to pledge to repair it. We're going to repair this. So we've lost somebody, guys. It's not showing up yet, but we've got 4 people injured, 4 people in hospital. Not Conan the Barbarian. That's going to be repaired. Normally you get explosions when your people are overworked, but mine are not overworked. Everyone's happy though. I've got enough housing. I've got enough population for the workforce. So this is just a random accident. It's not my fault. Now things like accidents will cause the population to be unhappy, and like I said, once the population is very unhappy, they start to strike, it's game over. So I need to make sure there's no more accidents for the next cycle. I'll probe as early at the location. What we found. We found the Outer Hope, guys. So let me just check out. We're going to complete. There are some bodies here as well. So as soon as my science vessel has finished collecting the science, our cargo ship should be able to pick up the bodies. I'm going to set that to high priority. Food on low. That's going to be medium priority. So we're going to grab the people first. Once this gets down to 0, we'll be able to send the science ship over to Outer Hope. And then I'm going to end the video, guys. And that's the basically the whole process. So at some stage this will fill out. You won't be able to fill the whole station out, I don't think, because you will get hull damage. So I might be able to put one more big building in here and I'll get a notice to say that there's hull damage. When that happens, you have to click on here, look. This is sector 2, which is to the right. If I go to the left, that's sector 6. And that's going to take more resources to unlock. So I tend to rotate to the right, sector 2 and sector 3. You will need to click here. You can override the opening of the sector. You'll need 80 iron, you'll need some electronics, you'll need 16 food, and you need 40 bonus workers. For the purpose of this video, guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to manually override into sector 2 so you can see what happens. So as long as we have a road here, look, all the resources are going into this section here, and it's going to open up this sector here. Don't forget, this is taking the workforce from here, and you do need a certain amount of people, look, population, to keep everybody happy and to make sure you don't overwork people. Once that's filled up, it's going to unlock sector 2, and we can start working sector 2, building more factories, that sort of thing. Okay, so our science vessel is now going to go to Outer Hope.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
That's now put more stress on me, look, because I now have in the sector, as you can see, we've got more resources, but I've also got homeless people, we've got no food. These people are overworked. I need to balance it all out again. I can't work in here until I build a workshop. So we need to build a workshop and we need to attach it to the incoming here. And then we can start collecting all the materials again. So I'm going to put down a stockpile. I do know we need food for this to be viable. Let me put the food down here. I'm very limited to the items I can use in here, look. You have to unlock certain buildings to be able to unlock the others. Food there, and we've got a path going from here into the other side as well. And now I can start to collect the resources again. So it's the same principle all again. And it's a matter of balancing all this out. So these guys are not happy now. Oh, it's a historic moment. We're going to acknowledge it, and it's given us a trust bonus, 10%. So opening a new sector has given us a massive trust bonus, but our people are now neutral, look. So we need to figure out why they're not happy. Sector 2 are happy. I need to build them some houses. We need 40 houses in Sector 2. Let me just get that process working. Okay, that's going to be iron. Grab some iron. Let's get this process working. There's no food in there either, so we need a food bank. Okay. Okay, the food. I don't know how this works, but for some reason it's automatically got 16 food. We're out of power. Power's low. I'm going to have to shut down the research, go outside, and we're going to have to start work on the solar panel 2. Okay, we need to be really careful watching the hull. If that gets too low, again, people are not going to be happy. As you can see, it's starting to get a lot harder now, having to balance everything out. We've reached out to hope. We're going to do this mission, and then that's that. I'm going to end the video, guys. Search the battlefield, or let's actually search the space station itself. Try to find some people. Okay, everybody's happy again. We still need houses in here. We need 60. One. And we have an event in Sector 2. We have an overload, so now this is telling me to research the batteries. So I'm going to turn on the power again. Have we got power? Can I turn the power back on? Yep. Our solar panel has been built. These are the secondary solar panels. Research the batteries, and then I'm going to end the video there, guys. And now I can save the game, so go to save the game, call it PD Plays Pancake. Save the game. That's the game, guys. I hope you agree with me. It's quite intriguing. It's amazing looking, great atmosphere, amazing graphics, great cinematography, great soundtrack. I love the different layers. There's so much to do, so much to take in, and if you fail, you can go back to an existing save file. The game saves automatically, or do what I do. I just started a new game. This is my 7th new game, and like I said, I'm learning all the time. If you like the look of the game, do yourself a favour, pick it up. It's got hours and hours of fun, really addictive. I spent about 10 hours playing the game now. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to hit my little bell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.